Mr. Lawrence, you have letters and communications to the board.
Not recently, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman.
Approval of board minutes, September 2025. Have they been reviewed?
The minutes have been reviewed. They're all in order, and I would recommend that we move to accept those minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the board minutes of September 2025, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, they are approved. Mr. Lawrence, it's my understanding there is a need for executive session. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's relating to section 105 of the open meetings law, and that for financial credit and employment history of a particular person or corporation, for matters leading to the appointment of employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. There will be anticipate some action by formal vote afterwards.
Okay. Is there a motion to go in executive session?
So moved.
Second.
And seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? We move into executive session.
Okay.
We on? Okay, we are out of executive session. There is a item that will be discussed in under business items relating to the executive session we had. In the meantime, there is a business item that we will need a motion to change the agenda so that we deal with that item only before reports are presented. If anyone would like to make that motion.
So moved.
And the agenda item is
D1.
D1, approval of T-hanger lease agreement with Pete Bogardus. We need to deal with that before we lose a quorum. Motion's been made and seconded to change the agenda to deal with business item D1. Any discussion? Susan, call the roll, please. So the roll on just a motion to change the agenda. Yeah. Just start with Nicole.
Yes. Mr. King? Ms. Pittman?
Yes.
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 Okay. So agenda item D1.
Approval of T-hanger lease agreement with Pete Bogardus. Staff has negotiated a new lease agreement with Pete Bogardus for T-hanger number 6 at the Ogdensburg International Airport for a 6-month period commencing January 1st, 2026 and terminating June 30th, 2026 at a rate of $240 per month, $1,440 for the 6-month period, inclusive of utilities.
There a motion
So,
and a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I do have to recuse myself from this vote. I have a personal conflict.
Okay. Susan, call the roll, please.
Mr. Malley? Yes. Mr. King?
yes.
Ms. Pittman?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you. Now we can go back to reports. The personnel committee didn't meet, so there's no report. Financial report, Mr. Manelli?
Yep, you have the financials in front of you, and then turn it right over to Patty to go over those with everybody for September.
September is our 6th month, so we have to deal with actuals. I will start with the statement of financial position. You'll notice our accounts receivable regular are at 172, and that is 96% of the open AR received current on 30 days. So we're still continuing to receive our accounts receivable. Our grants receivable is at $3,053,000. That's always waiting for New York State DOT, FAA reimbursements, et cetera. we go down to our construction in progress, you'll notice that is at 24 million. Our largest construction in progress is the airport revitalization. And on page 2, you'll see that right now that's at 19.8. So once the project is completed, our construction in progress will be down quite a bit because the airport revitalization will become a fixed asset. Our accounts payable regular is at $89,797. And the biggest invoice we have is $41,000 that is open at the end of September. The project accounts payable is at 2.4 million. Until we receive the grant receivables, we can't pay the accounts payable for projects. We just received the bill for New York State retirement. It will be approximately 306,000. That money's paid. So that bill will be paid
Excellent.
by December so that we're not going to have to pay interest on that.
Good.
And then if we look on the last page, on the second page again, you'll just see that the top 5 restricted accounts. The Royal Bank is the port dockable expansion funds that continue to be available to us. And then the consolidated holds all of the different restricted monies that we have, whether it's project money, stabilization funding, so that that is kept away from just general funds. Are there any questions on the financial position? We can move on to the income statement. And at the moment, we're still doing pretty well. Everything but our bridge revenue, which we all know, and our events-based revenue is still all above budget. And we had no idea how the event space would work, so we threw a number at the wall. So this isn't a real number, and Susie's doing a heck of a job right now getting us prepared to really take off when we're ready. But with the project being delayed, et cetera, the number really isn't a real number. You will notice that the monthly marine terminal revenue is down. We had actually budgeted for ships August, September, October, November. We are getting one in November, and I believe there's hopefully another one in December. But we are still currently above our year-to-date budget.
And you anticipate that to be at the end of the calendar year, we'll still be above what our budgeted amount is.
Yes. And then once the December comes and January comes, we have all the throughput of the salt,
Mhm.
plus all the salt will be here, so our storage will be up. So we should still be able to keep a positive situation with the marine terminal. Our expenses, so far, everything's going pretty well. Our bridge maintenance expense is only over because the Parsons payment was in September for our bridge inspection. But that usually just skews the current and the year-to-date, and that should even out. Our general expenses, again, we had the audit. We had to buy a new web filter. We had the SPCC plan with McFarland Johnson that wasn't in the budget. But again, we hope that those expenses will just even out as we go on. Airport, the reason our salary expense is lower is we have one employee who's on workers' comp right now. So he's being paid through workers' comp. The maintenance expenses for the airport, we had the runway striping that was reimbursed by the PFC money, but it is, however, still an expense, which is what drove our maintenance expense up. On interest expense under the airport, this is interest only on the line of credit for the airport project. When the budget was created, we did assume that the airport project would be completed. It isn't, so we're still finding ourselves with line of credit interest. Commerce Park, we pulled away the debris from that big pile. We rented the Bobcat to do the work out there, we reseeded. We did some soundproofing for one of our tenants in building 4. We had the semi-annual inspection for the fire. So we've just had a lot of things come across that came a little sooner than needed. The interest expense on the Commerce Park is for the line of credit that we needed to pay for the engineering for the childcare. We hope to have that line of credit paid off within the next month or 2. And then that interest should stop until we can go out and get bids and then start the project in earnest. The employee benefits on the marine terminal was the catch up on the health and welfare when the rates changed. And I believe at this point, all of our unemployment is for ILA members who haven't had any work to do. Or a lot of work to do, I'll say any. Are there any questions on the budget to actual?
Anything else? Anyone have any other questions of Patty? No? Let's move on to the bridge traffic report then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll just give a quick traffic and revenue summary for October. Traffic across the Augsburg Bridge continues to trail 2024 levels in October. Total vehicle crossings were 39,540, and that's down 24% from the same month last year, and roughly 33% below the pre-pandemic 2019 volumes. Auto crossings totaled 34,588, while all other categories, trucks and buses, etc., reached 4,952, both falling about a quarter year over year. The revenue for the month was $88,699, representing a 33% decline from October of 2024. The steeper drop in revenue versus traffic suggests that a heavier, higher toll vehicles accounted for a smaller share of the total crossings. If the current pace continues through the year-end, bridge activity will close 2025 below any 2024 levels and remain well short of the pre-COVID baselines. Canadian travel softness and slower cross-border freight remain the primary. Any questions?
What's the bottom line again in revenue? Loss?
Well, compared to that's pre-COVID numbers, it's currently at $841,000 through how many months is that, Patty?
So there's 2 months left in the calendar year. And we're already at $841,000 loss of revenue in this calendar year with 2 months to go. Generally, October, of course, is Canadian Thanksgiving. November is US Thanksgiving, and ordinarily Christmas shopping would start. So we may be over $1 million loss in revenue.
It's gonna be close.
And we'll make sure that at the end of November, we will update the governor's staff on where our loss in revenue across the bridge is and what that means to the authority.
And currently it's stagnant. There's no trend either for worse or for better. So you kind of think that's just going to settle in unless there's some significant international change.
Let's hope it doesn't get worse.
Yes. Sure.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other questions?
That just blows my mind, not a question, but just a comment to think about how many bridge crossings there are across the northern United States, and to think about the revenue, they're all seeing the same, and that is the trend, right, across. To see that lack of revenue as a country as a whole is just,
Without knowing, this is what we're dealing with. What are those smaller businesses on the border communities? How are they dealing with this? Which we don't know, unfortunately, but it's gotta be, Nicole, you may know more than we do at the county level, but, some of those small business people, I don't know how they're making it.
it's hard, and there are businesses closing. You folks that really, their bottom line is on a month to month, 1 month is all it takes, right?
Unfortunately, I don't see a change going forward either.
There's a lot of seasonal businesses.
Okay. Charlie, you're up.
Okay, 2 months of employment here. September and October, both are great months. Especially October, we're reaching our 41% on load factors on October, which is great. I think 1,700 employments, almost 1,800 employments. We haven't seen that number for a while. Even when Allegiant was here, that number was pretty high for 1 month. I think they did a pretty good job. Again, still no cancel flights on completion rates. There haven't been a single cancel flights. Their on-time performance, again, still a lot on delay coming in from Dulles end. Our station turnaround times averaging about 35 to 40 minutes, which I think Sam's seen it in action. The staffs are trained very well to the minute plane comes in to the minute it leaves. There's a time that we track on to make sure that plane gets out on time. And I think they take pride in it, so which is a good thing. Just a little employments to go back on 23 in September, we were 416 employments for the month, and for this year we were 1324, and then for October of 23 we were 519 in October. So we, in any of those months, we tripled that number. And I think it's great that Breeze is doing good, and Breeze is also happy with their service here. I think you guys seen the uptick with October, and September is due to the Raleigh connection. The Raleigh connection is working really well. From all the feedback that we have gotten, it's done tremendously for a lot of people. And I think the connection that we have, we're like I said, we're the closest airport besides Syracuse has an RDU connection. Nobody else around here has it besides. So 2 hours, within 2 hours, 2 hours of driving limit. I think it's pretty good that we have that. And also, I think Breeze is also pretty good on, during the funding challenges, I'm sure everybody has heard about. Breeze has been very, very nice with communicating with myself and everybody else. And they have continued the service commitments that there should be no disruption of service whatsoever. Due to because it's essential air service, they want to continue it because that's the only flight that has out of here. There's not another choice. Like we go to Syracuse, there's another airline that's flying. So if Breeze stops, that means there's no flight going out of here. So they don't want that to happen. And the brand's been built, and they want to continue that brand image to continue on.
Is every airline doing that, Charlie? Are you aware?
As far as I'm concerned, a lot of airlines are not in the same boat as that. But again, it's speaking airlines to airlines. Every airline has their own operations challenges. But as far as Breeze is concerned, they're well enough prepared for it if anything does happen.
What's the latest on funding EAS?
So far, what we have, I think, is up to November 18th.
18?
Yeah. So, and then actually on the package, you guys will see too, I conducted an interview with Business View magazine. It's a national magazine on our airports renovations. So a little bit about. So we were the 3 airport that was chosen in the nations to do what they call a most developed airport, the biggest facelift. I guess that's the best way to say it. That that the looks of the airport, we're heading towards right direction. And their editor-chief, Karen Circus, just want to interview me. So me and her went in a lot about the airport, the goal itself of what the airport wants to be. And then, and Sam expressed our goals to be the gateway of North Country. That's what we're looking for. That's the reason why we built this airport this way. And that's the reason why we're going to expand the air service that way too also. And also just an update on the FBO side too. We're doing really, really well. We haven't seen I'm sure you guys can see on the income sheets that we haven't seen incomes like this for FBO traffic for, I think, ever. So the amenity we brought in for the aircraft has been great. Just taking an example for Lake Superior hockey team that they flew in Thursday, I'm sorry, they flew out Saturday. So we had everything that we can prep the aircraft for. We have lab car, we have potable water, we have GPU, we have everything that could ask for that jet. So as soon as the jet came in, there was no disruption whatsoever. It was a smooth transaction and everything was just smooth because we have everything. The thing is, I know when I first came in, we don't have any of those amenities. So I've worked tirelessly with Trago to provide those amenities to make sure that we can provide to. And also for Corning, Corning has operated for now 1 year in our airport now. They do twice a week, minimum a week, for shuttling their employees up and down from Corning, Elmira Airport. So I think providing some of those amenities to them will mean a lot for corporate aviation wise, I guess. And then we got a lot of good feedbacks on the airport. Great comments. People love the airport. They love the new look. They love the modern look. A lot of people that flew out before came in and took pictures because they remember how tiny it was. So they like that. They'd be able to stand behind somebody and not tuck behind somebody. So that was one very big feedback that I get. It's a lot more room and they don't feel cramped in there. That's all I got.
Anyone have any questions for Charlie? Got those labels on the doors yet?
I'm working on it, Sam. We're getting it. I'm getting it. I told you I'll get it. I'll get it.
I know you did. You got that one label for that special room that I want named after me?
Yes. It's the fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does everybody know what the fire hydrant's used for? Yeah. I know you do, but what is it used for, Charlie?
It's a SARA room, the Service Animal Relief Room. But it's a real fire hydrant. It's not a fake one.
It's a real fire hydrant. Yeah.
There you Thank you for your service.
Thanks, Charlie. That's good. Susie, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the great room is still currently being built. It's getting close though. It's looking beautiful. Getting good comments about people being able to see it through the glass doors. Everybody's so excited, as am I. So I've been planning for the ribbon cutting and all that in the meantime. So we're ready for that. I do have 2 events scheduled for next year, so that's good on the board. So, but in the meantime, to keep customer satisfaction, I've been working on like maybe improving like the vending machines and that type of stuff to try to keep people happy. So, but that's what I've been working on. So.
Didn't I read in the report, you had a company out there looking at the site of the cafe?
So next week I do have 2 site tours. Yep, for some companies coming in to to look. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Set that up today. So
Very good,
yes.
very good. Does look nice out there. Once the floors are done.
Yes.
I think I did send a picture where you can see the plane and then, yeah, very nice. Good. Anything else, Susie? Anyone have any questions of Susie?
The next board meeting could be out there.
That would be nice.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yes, of course.
We do have the technology. We have it. We do that. We're set up there.
Just need to.
He never has to leave. That's good, Charlie. Okay, let's do the the board activity report. James?
So port activity for the month of October, we had 195 total trucks and rail inbound, totaling 6,758 tons. This is a steady increase as the season changes. Already just the end of October, salt has really kicked off. Our grain customers have continued to send an increase in rail cars as we expected from a couple months ago. I foresee the salt to increase as we all would, the grain as well for the month of November, and then it may level off for the winter. As Patty mentioned, we received confirmation that a salt vessel will load at their facility November 13th. So I would expect somewhere between the 18th and 20th, as long as everything on their end for loading, we will see a vessel in a few weeks.
Good. You think you might expect one in December?
Correct.
What will that put us in? I mean, I know it's an estimate. Total tonnage received this year.
60, 80, 112, around 120,000.
120,000 tons. And we had 60 there from last year.
We only had approximately 7,000 left over from last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm way off. Wow.
Yeah, with the salt shortage last season, inventory got significantly low.
So what happens if it's a rough winter in our country? What if we run out of salt in February?
There's unfortunately, I would assume if the Port of Ogdensburg runs out, there may be other sources throughout New York State that may provide. I know at one time years ago, salt from the Port of Ogdensburg went to New York City, to where maybe something similar in nature may happen in the opposite form.
A number of times they'll pull from Canadian stock and bring it over
Across the river?
across the river. In some ways, that's even more profitable because we make it up on the bridge without any inputs.
Right.
So
I thought there was a requirement that had to come from New York. Am I thinking of something
it's,
different?
some of that, yeah, it's changed a little.
Oh,
It
okay,
was
so
New
it's
York for
northern.
1 year, and then they amended the
Oh.
legislation.
Oh, thank God, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was very restrictive.
I think we didn't
But
appreciate
currently,
it.
James, mostly it's US salt, right?
Is it really?
Yes.
At our facility, yes.
I thought it was from Canada. Interesting. Well, we'll see. I hope it's a cold winter, so I have plenty of skating on my rink. That's just me. but-
That's enough.
Yeah.
Has been very dry, yeah. Anything else? Any other questions of James? If not, we'll move on to Anthony.
Okay, starting with the building occupancy report. Commerce Park remaining the same. We're gonna boost up a little bit in this board meeting with one of the resolutions, and hopefully in December, we're gonna boost up a lot to eat up the remaining available warehousing space. We did go down 2% in the bridge administration building. We lost a tenant in one of the offices, which is the first time in 3 years. So that's unfortunate for this moment, but we will get it back. Really over the course of the past couple of months, or 2 months already, right? Since we last met, had a number of meetings with area organizations to discuss the childcare facility project, and one in particular, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for setting up, was invitation to the North Star Health Alliance Strategic Planning Workshop. So they invited the authority to come speak about the projects we have going on, and they try to get community input into what else is going on in the area. And the childcare facility really went over big with all the staff. So we're going to be working behind the scenes to, ideally at the beginning of 2026, to set up some focus groups with staff at the Claxon Hepburn Medical Center to get further input on what the operational needs should be to help support, one of our largest employers in the city. So it's things like that that are exciting. You'll see in a board resolution that's forthcoming that we do have a new tenant for the cafe space in the Commerce Park. So I know we're trying to fill up in the airport, trying to fill up in the Commerce Park. So we got one so far out of two. So we're really excited about that. And, I'll pass around when we go through the resolution on some of their anticipated offering. And I think it's going to fit very nicely with what we're trying to bring to the Commerce Park.
I hope they have a steak sandwich that meets his approval.
We'll see. Any questions of Anthony? If not, we will move on to business items. This front back's really got me thrown on. All right, agenda item 1A. Or A1. See, told you. A1.
Approval of management confidential salary schedule. The management confidential compensation policy, as approved in the employee handbook at the October 7th, 2021 board meeting, states that the annual adjustment factor will be set annually by the Ogdensburg Bridge and Port Authority Board of Directors at the December board meeting each year. In order to have a complete budget package ready for a board vote in December, staff requests that the board adopt salary increases for management confidential employees at the November board meeting. It is recommended by the board of directors and the executive director that the salary increases be given to management confidential employees as per the agreed upon schedule for calendar year 2026. Salary increases will be retroactive to the 1st of January upon employee evaluations.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second. Any discussion? If not, Susan, call the roll, please.
Mr. Rinaldi? Yes. Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Rose?
Yes.
Ms. Whitman?
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item A2.
Agenda item A2, approval of administrative building tenant entry door upgrade. The tenant entry door at the administration building no longer meets energy efficiency or aesthetic standards. The replacement of the entry door is necessary to maintain functionality, thermal efficiency, and appearance of the property. The following three bids were received for the project. Northern Glass, $11,750. Sparks Construction, $11,630. And Colton Glass, $10,455. The scope of work for this upgrade includes demolition of existing door, preparing the opening, installing the new door and related hardware, as well as ensuring the function of all components to complete the project. Staff reviewed the details of this purchase and recommends purchasing this service from Colton Glass and Mirror Inc. for the amount of $10,455.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Me.
And a second?
Second.
Is Colton Glass from Colton?
Just outside of Canton, Colton area, yes.
When is this job gonna happen?
Weather dependent, it could happen this fall.
Okay.
Hopefully,
It's that door, correct?
yes.
Yep.
It was, the project will mirror the other, main entrance. So appearance wise, it'll match.
Good. Any further discussion? Not Susan, call the roll, please.
Mr. King? Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Agenda item B1.
Okay, approval of lease supplement number 7 with Barbara Fleet. Staff has negotiated a lease supplement number 7 with Barbara Fleet for 158 square feet of office space in Suite 208 of the Bridge Administration Building for a 2-year period commencing November 1st, 2025 and terminating October 31st of 2027 at a rate of $21 per square foot equaling $276.50 per month, $6,636 for the 2-year period inclusive of utilities. All of the terms and conditions of the original lease agreement shall remain in full force and effect and are hereby ratified and affirmed.
Thank you. Motion made, second.
Second.
Any discussion? Susan, call the roll, please.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Ms. Kendall? Yes. Mr. King?
Agenda item C1.
As I read this, I'm just going to pass around a preliminary, some information from the potential tenant. So this is approval of a new lease agreement with Philip McGibbon LLC, DBA Bluebird. Staff has negotiated a new lease agreement with Philip McGibbon LLC, DBA Bluebird for 1,217 square feet of cafe and office space in Building 1 of the Commerce Park campus for a 1-year period commencing December 1st, 2025 and terminating November 31st of 2026 at a rate of $1,500 per month, $18,000 for the 1-year period exclusive of utilities.
I think he's taking them there.
Sam's having some reservations. We're gonna work through it. It looks excellent.
Yeah, that just gives you a little flavor of what they're looking to do with the space. And just so happy to potentially have them in the space, looking to invest in it and make a successful enterprise.
It's always good to have a food establishment in Commerce Park. It's good for the tenants, the workers in the buildings. It's good for the psychiatric center employees and for the correctional facility employees especially. So
No, we'd be happy to have them. Our facilities team is doing a lot of work to get it up to standard for December ones to get them in. So
Have they had a restaurant before?
Yep.
or-
Yeah, so it's actually 2 couples, and it's a brother and sister and their spouses. And the one couple has approximately, I think they said in there, about 40 years combined of restaurant experience, baking as a background and food service management, things like that. So I'm fairly confident that the space will be in good hands.
you know what hockey team they favor? Throwing it out there.
It's probably blue. It's probably blue.
Oh, no, we're good. now. All right, no, that's good. Very good.
Thank
Is there a motion
So moved.
and a second?
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any further discussion? Susan, call the roll, please.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Ms. Kendall? Yes. Mr. King?
Yes. Thank you. Agenda item D2.
Okay, approval of T-hanger lease agreement with Keith Weston. Staff has negotiated a new lease agreement with Keith Weston for T hangar number 4 at the Ogdensburg International Airport for a 1-year period commencing October 1st, 2025 and terminating September 30th of 2026 at a rate of $240 per month, $2,880 for the 1-year period, inclusive of utilities.
Motion
So
Second?
made and seconded. Any discussion? Susan, call the roll, please.
Yes. Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes,
yes.
thank you. Agenda item D3.
Okay, approval of T hangar lease agreement with Bird Tate. Staff has negotiated a new lease agreement with Bird Tate for T hangar number 8 at the Ogdensburg International Airport for a 1-year period commencing January 1st, 2026 and terminating December 31st of 2026 at a rate of $240 per month, $2,880 for the 1-year period, inclusive of utilities.
Thank you. Motion,
So moved.
second.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion. Susan, call the roll. Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
thank you. Agenda item E1.
Agenda item E1, approval of cost for returning incorrectly loaded metal beam with Texas Iron and Metal Company. During the course of fulfilling a metal beam order, an incorrectly loaded metal beam resulted in additional cost related to unloading, replacement, and corrective handlings. A breakdown of the cost is listed. Round trip delivery and return to New York, $7,837.35. Customs clearance incoming load, $142.50. Customs clearance outgoing load, $147.48. Total requested, $8,127.73. A new procedure has been set for all beams, crates, or cargo similar in nature to prevent any future incidents. This is a necessary expense to ensure compliance with safety, quality, and project requirements. Staff review the details of this purchase and recommends purchasing this service from Texas Iron and Metal Company of total cost not to exceed $8,127.73.
I guess you have to explain this to me. I don't understand. Why did we send something to them or to somewhere that we shouldn't have, or what happened?
Correct. On September 17th, we received in 3 orders for, each order was for 2 beams. So 6 beam totals, or 6 beams total. Employees were given the pickup orders. I myself went out and located the group of beams. The beams are laid in rows. That entire row is an entire, 20, 60 beams. 5 of the beams were loaded correctly. The last and final beam, an employee chose to take from the incorrect pile.
Okay, I get it. So an error by one of our employees costing us $8,100, and I assume you've dealt with that issue.
Correct.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Made.
In a second? Any further discussion? No? Susan, call the roll, please.
Yes.
Mr. Miller? Yes. Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
I'm not happy, but yes. Agenda item E2.
E2. Approval of excavator and mulching attachment rental with Anderson Equipment. The Port of Augsburg Safety Upkeep Project involves clearing of trees, the brush along the surrounding area of the Port of Ogdensburg, and areas abutting neighboring properties for visual safety. In addition, the project will keep the area of Wheat House Bay easier to patrol by the OBPA and city authorities when necessary. Staff has obtained 2 quotes from 4 of the companies contacted. The 2 companies were unable to provide a quote due to the specialized mulching attachment needed to safely conduct the brush and tree clearing. Below are the quotes received for the 2-week rental. Anderson Equipment, $6,620. Mid-Country Machinery, $9,800. Staff reviewed the details of this purchase and recommends purchasing this service from Anderson Equipment, a total cost not to exceed $6,620.
So this is along the, actually 4th Street from Berry back toward the railroad bridge, correct?
Yeah, the intersection of Ford and Proctor.
And it looks a lot better.
Does.
And I've received comments to that effect, so thank you. It's a job that needed to be done. Is there a motion? A second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Susan, call the roll, please.
Yeah, Mr. King.
Yes.
Yes.
Agenda item E3.
Agenda item E3, approval of cost to fix the damaged port security fence. The chain link and barbed wire security fence at the port was damaged by a vehicle and must be repaired to adhere to U.S. Coast Guard standards. Contractors were contacted to provide a quote and schedule to make the repairs. Only one contractor was able to provide a quote and confirm their schedule to make the repairs necessary in a timely manner. Dragon's Property Management Renovations provided their quote of $6,400 to replace the damaged security fence. Purchasing these services from Dragon's Property Management Renovations is in the best interest of the authority to ensure compliance with the U.S. Coast Guard and ensure safe operations at the Port of Ogdensburg. Staff reviewed the details of this purchase and recommends purchasing this service from Dragon's Property Management Renovations, a total cost not to exceed $6,400.
So I'm aware of what happened, but if you would inform the rest of the board why the security fence was damaged?
So upon arriving to work 2 Mondays ago, the port security fence was driven into from the public access of Wheat House Bay. The vehicle appeared to have driven with excessive speed into our security fence, going probably 30 feet into the facility, stretching the fence, pulling the concrete out of the ground. Extensive damage.
Wall Street is not a long street.
No.
Right. And the restaurant's at the top of the, well, 2
Well,
restaurants.
no, so this is Wheat House Bay where the fishing
Oh.
people,
Parking area.
the parking area where people fish.
So it's into the gate as you would go into the port,
No,
No.
or to the fence
near the river,
by the river?
by the,
Guardrails.
Now, then that opens another question. That was Jen. Isn't that area, isn't there a sign posted saying shouldn't be here at nighttime?
Correct. And also upon investigating, the signs that were on the guardrails were removed. And that has been noted with city authorities.
was there a vehicle there?
Yeah, was it a hit and run situation?
Yes, it was a hit and run. They drove it.
One vehicle.
Right. This means it could have been a truck, something.
Yeah.
We have no, I'm not gonna ask that question in public.
And where you're going.
Would our insurance cover any of this?
Our deductible is $10,000.
Oh my God, of course.
Awesome.
All right, answers the question. Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? Any further discussion? Not Susan, call the roll, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
No cameras?
That would be the one.
That sign was also removed.
He's got an excuse of jet lag. Ah, that's good. Okay, did I miss anything? You never know. Okay.
Item 8.
There's no other,
There's H1.
Susan, you didn't throw anything in my packet.
There's
did you?
H1.
You did throw something in my packet.
Here. H1.
The approval,
No, I didn't, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that I get my packet like on Tuesday. And so this probably happened after Tuesday morning. So it's not Susan's fault.
That's what you get for trying to be an overachiever. You always do. Just take the packet she gives you in the mail.
Ah, I get.
There you go.
You need your back. I get yelled at all the time. Okay, Patty.
the approval of replacement of network equipment and IT service provider. Whereas the Ogdensburg Bridge and Port Authority's network equipment needs replacement in order to provide enhanced security, improve internet controls, and allow access to resources needed to better maximize efficiency. OBPA's current IT service provider has relocated to Florida and is no longer available as needed. When asked to release our network credentials, we were informed that the credentials are not accessible because they are proprietary in his name and grouped with other customers.
Whoa. What?
Did we know that?
He puts, so it's in a box, and our antivirus is in the same box as your antivirus and yours. So to give us
Yeah.
access to our things, he has to open the box, and then you could see everybody else's.
You can't just take it out of the box and give it to us? Like, I don't.
Very good question.
I think I get it.
It's crazy.
I think I
Yeah.
get it.
I don't know.
Okay, we better move on.
IT setup requires OBPA to be signed into multiple interfaces and creates exposure risk. This IT service will upgrade, this service upgrade will allow the OBPA to have stronger internal controls over our network at a lower cost. The OBPA staff requested quotes from 2 other companies, Clear Data Solutions and Computer Center, and neither company responded. Currently, the OBPA prepares its prepays its IT provider $5,750 for 50 hours, which equates to $115 per hour. The last purchase made was in June of 2025, and those hours have been depleted. The cost to move forward with Adirondack Tech LLC proposal is $9,805.80, representing an added cost of $4,055.80. OBPA staff have reviewed the details of this purchase and recommends Adirondack Tech LLC to replace the network equipment and service the new IT provider.
So, well, with this new IT provider, are we gonna have access to all of our equipment here and all of our passwords? And if we, I'm assuming an issue came up when we added employees. Is that what started all this?
Yes, they moved the wrong employee. You can't have Susan, and Sherry.
Okay.
So,
Oh my
Are
God.
they gonna put our credentials in our own box?
Right, do we get our own box and do we get to keep it?
yes.
Okay.
No, our share boxes.
And part of this is also to increase or to upgrade. Right now, we have some things, some equipment sitting in the stairwell into the basement. It's a damp problem
No.
Oh.
at certain times of the year. So part of this initial additional $4,000 will move everything into the other room with the racking and getting all the equipment that we need.
I've been down there. It's like a dungeon.
Yeah, it's got spiders and
Wow.
dead rats
Okay.
and stuff.
It's not a great box.
So obviously, this is a better deal than we've had before, in my opinion. And maybe we should send a thank you note to Florida.
We will have to transition with Florida to get the things out of the box that are ours.
So we can get that.
That, my recommendation there is we just ask Florida for an hourly contract instead of asking for an entire new 50
Good.
hours.
Gotcha.
Good.
It actually has worked out well. We're only charged when he has to do something for us. So the $5,750, as you see, has been going since June.
We milked it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as though we overuse the service.
Right. I think this is much better. Good. Good. That's, I'm glad we're coming into the 21st century. Is there a motion?
So moved.
And second.
Seconded. Any further discussion? Susan, call the roll, please.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Ms. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. Valley? Yes. Mr. King?
Yes.
Did you check with Nicole first?
Good job on that one. Anything else, Mr. Lawrence? First off, we don't have it here. Concluding comments from anyone. Is there anyone online other than Jen? I don't see it. Is there? No one online? No? The screen is different than what I'm used to. Obviously, there's no one here. Any comments from staff? Any concluding comments from board? If not, next meeting date is Thursday, December 11th at 5. Let Susan know who can attend, please. She'll send some out so we have a quorum. If nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And second.
And second, all those in favor for adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you.
Good night, Jen.
Thanks, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We're in November.
Well, can we talk about why you're